It's your boy Marky, yo, and we back at it again with another reaction, man. Today we got NBA legends explaining why Larry Bird is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know in the comments though. Do y'all think Larry Bird is the GOAT? And if he is the GOAT and he's your favorite player, when was the first time you watched him? Do you own a Larry Bird poster? Do you own a Larry Bird jersey? Have you been to a game? Have you watched all his games? You know what I'm saying? Have you met him in person? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. I want to know. You know what I'm saying? But before we start this video, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. We on the road to 15K subs, chat. We a family, man. This the takeover team right here. You know what I'm saying? You know, I hope y'all having a wonderful, fantastic day too as well. You know what I'm saying? Hope God continue to keep blessing y'all, and I hope y'all really continue to keep being good people out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, but we talking basketball over here. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. But y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. For real, for real. But let's get straight into this banger.
Larry Legend was cooking for. Larry is seriously underrated. He was
Definitely
better than all the black guys I know.
Michael Jordan never beat Larry Bird in a playoff game.
Best of the best. He's at that table.
Larry Bird was a bad man.
Ranking Larry, would Larry be one of the greatest players ever to play?
No doubt. Best of the best. Now, I say this often. Larry is seriously underrated. They should talk about Larry Bird, like they do Magic, like they do Jordan, Green. Larry's in that conversation. Best of the best. He's at that table. And then the rest of us.
Look, I got my experience with him right off the bat. I was averaging like 19. I'm just like, think I'm king shit over there.
You was?
Yeah, I was, yeah. But when they're bringing Larry coming in, I'm like, yeah, here we go. Great white hope. And we got on that floor, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. He started knocking down shots. I knocked down some shots. He knocked down some more shots. After that, I went to that locker room. The first black person I got to, I said, you know what? That fucking white guy can play. and then changed my opinion of color your skin. Wasn't nothing about that.
Exactly.
Because I always say he was slow.
Couldn't jump.
But mentally, he was so far ahead of
and
guys.
that vision.
Yeah.
I don't think we can find somebody mentally
and his playmaking
stable
ability.
as he was as like
Contract this
Larry.
year with the Celtics. We're going back and forth. We know to give you this amount, and we give you any more money, it's going to have to be in the form of a loan, you know, all of that. And so Larry said, if Robert don't want to be here, trade him and just give me the basketball. Basically, he was saying he could pick the slack up that's been left by me. When Moses and Dr. J was kicking his ass, I told myself, I wish I would.
I was in the middle. I had Graham Barkley around the neck. You said you had walked away?
I walked away. I went and sat on the bench. I walked away. There was no way I was helping him, Cedric. After he didn't support me.
I thought your relationship at that time would have been maybe different thinking that way.
Oh, we cool.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. There's no animosity. You know, we respect one another.
For young guys that don't know him, you know, they think of Larry Bird as a jump shooter, but he was so much more
LeBron
than a
James.
passer. He averaged double-digit rebounds. I've always been a big fan of Larry Bird. One of the greatest players that ever played his game. One of the few guys that ever be in a three-point contest and shoot with a warm-up shirt on. He played until he couldn't play no more. Obviously, we know that. He just played till he
ball.
literally couldn't play the game anymore.
LeBron was actually saying, hey, everybody, remember him because he was actually better for a stretch than the quote-unquote GOAT was, the star of the last dance.
If it's from 84 until 98, nobody else played basketball other than Michael Jordan. That's what you in the last dance would have you believe, that nobody else won an MVP, nobody else won finals, nobody else won finals MVP, only Michael Jordan played in the NBA.
Michael Jordan never beat Larry Bird in a playoff game. These were best of 5 series, first round series, and it was sweep. 3-0, 3-0. LeBron's trying to make the case that even Larry Bird was better than Michael Jordan.
Don't forget about old Bird. Old Larry Legend was cooking for him. He could score the basketball when the three-point shot was not in vogue. People don't realize this. Larry Bird attempted less than 2 threes per game. Currently, there are 197 players attempting at least 2 threes a game. Let that sink in. Larry Bird, arguably one of the greatest shooters of all time, only attempted less than 2 threes per game. If you're like, well, he couldn't be doing what he's doing, Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is averaging 29 points a game, and he can't shoot the ball near as good as Larry. I think LeBron scores the ball a little better than Larry because he shoots the ball, he can get down here a little better than Larry could. simple
No,
fact,
he's
Skip.
not a better
Larry
scorer
guarded
than Bird.
people that
I mean,
played
he's not a-
closer to the basket than
LeBron is not
LeBron.
better
But
than
Larry
Bird.
was a 6 assist a night guy. Larry finished second in the MVP
Shannon, no,
3
Shannon.
straight years
No.
before he reeled off
No.
3 consecutive MVPs.
No,
he finished
bro.
top 3 in the MVP voting from 81 to 88. But I think Larry Bird is the second greatest small forward in NBA history, behind LeBron, and I got KD third. That's my ranking.
I rank LeBron all-time top 10, number 9. He's 9th on my list. I told you last week. And 8th on my list, Larry Bird. I believe that Larry Bird was just a little better than LeBron James has been so far through. The reason he was a little better, we're back to the intangible. Killer will, mental toughness, clutch, gene. Larry Bird was a bad man. Larry Bird took a bunch of nobodies at Indiana State all the way up the ladder of the NCAAs through March Madness to the national championship game against Magic Johnson and Gregory Kelser. And if not for Magic, Larry would have won 5 finals, probably with 5 MVPs. But
Yeah, he was.
Larry Bird, obviously, Larry was a much better
I ain't
shooter
like
than
saying
LeBron
it.
ever
I don't-
dreamed
I
of
don't
being,
like what he
because
said.
even from the free
That's
throw
cap,
line, Larry was almost a career 90% free throw shooter. And then as a passer, Larry Bird was gifted. He had that gift of seeing it before it happened. He just wasn't so much of a point guard as LeBron has often been, or point forward. Larry Bird made 3 all-defense team. 3. He did it mostly roaming, playing
I didn't
center
know
field,
that.
stealing, disrupting, just getting his hands on the ball
He
in
did.
passing lanes.
I
But he
knew he
made
played
3
defense, but I didn't know
all-defensive teams. That's
all
hard to
defensive
do
team 3
when you're
times.
not exactly known for
Brian
your
never did that.
defense. You win 3 MVPs in a row, and you do have 3 rings, and you were Rookie of the Year over Magic. So
13
all that
seasons,
adds
too.
up to me that this man was so cold.
Hold on.
13
Let's see.
seasons.
Larry was Rookie of the Year. So was LeBron. Larry has 3 MVPs. LeBron has 4. LeBron has more points, more assists, more rebounds. I'm confused.
13
Under
seasons.
what scenario? How do you get that?
If you're doing longevity stats, can't compete with you there because, as you know, by 1992 in the Barcelona Dream Team Olympics, Larry's back was so bad he could barely walk. He could barely get in the game and play his 10 minutes a night. So his career got cut short. It was ended prematurely by a chronically bad back at a time when they didn't know how to treat backs the way they do now. So, no, Larry didn't have the physical therapy. He did not have the ability to spend millions on keeping his body the best it could be. And I don't think he was a workout warrior. So
13
it cost him a
seasons,
few
bro.
years off the end of his
Keep that in
career.
your head,
I can't
bro.
compete
13
with you on longevity
LeBron at
stats. I just
23,
know,
22.
do I want the ball in Larry Bird's hands at the end of a game or LeBron's? Larry's every time, day or night.
Well, Larry beat you
100%.
with his will and his mind, but he didn't have the athletic ability that Kobe and Michael and LeBron and those guys had. Larry willed himself and his team to win.
He was a savant on the court. Like, just a savant. Like, 2 plays ahead on everything. I was just talking about this maybe 3 or 4 days ago, how hard it was to go into Boston and be the team when Bird is in his prime.
There's nobody that I ever played against that I love and respected more than Larry Bird. The man, listen, you couldn't give him an inch or he would just shoot it right in your face. He was dominant at both ends of the court. And so Larry Bird made me a better player, and I think I made him a better player. And together, we made the NBA better.
It's too easy to have Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant as an idol. The guy flies around and do whatever he wants. It's too
He
easy.
really said
My
LeBron
guy
is a better scorer
doesn't
than
run.
Larry Bird.
Doesn't jump and play
That's
the best
crazy,
of
bro.
everybody else. He's here.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
This is my idol. The best player ever. In my
man.
opinion.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. That was very embarrassing from Shannon Sharp to say. Cause we all know LeBron got more points, but he's not a better scorer than Larry the Legend, man. Larry the Legend. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Shannon had to have a nice bottle of LeBron Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? He had to have a nice bottle of Hennessy, bro. Real talk. Because the way he was chirping off his mouth was unbelievable. That was big cap. You know how lead cap? Shin cap. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? The man played 13 seasons. 13 seasons. Okay? They say he only 2 threes, I think. Attempt 2 threes a game. Just imagine they transferred Larry Bird into today's game. And he just developed they playing style. Boy, he gonna have a ball. He gonna have a field with everybody. Because everybody in the league is not all that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got skill, got talent, but they ain't got the heart. It's boring now. The league is boring. I'm not even gonna hold y'all boys. The playoffs, the finals, that was boring. That was boring, bro. That was boring. Oh my gosh. 4-1 in the playoffs? Come on, man. We need a game 7, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm getting off topic, but the league is just not the same how it was in the early 2000s, 90s. You know what I'm saying? When Bird played, it was excitement. Even though when you watch the Lakers and Celtics play, they going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Of course, people want to see a little bit of excitement, like the, you know what I'm saying, nice things. You know, today's game is a little bit more skill. But at the same time, it was very competitive at that time. Today is not competitive. People getting sweep in series. Back then, you not getting sweep like that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have good games every game. Michael Jordan not gonna always have the best game in the world. Like, his worst game probably 30 points. His best game probably 40. Larry Bird, best game probably 25. I mean, worst game is 25. His probably best game is 34. You know what I'm saying? But they made the game look a little bit more better, like as in like competitive wise. They talking trash, they fighting, they going down to the wire. You know, every game is like, it's not gonna always, you gonna watch a game. Oh my gosh, this is what I hate about basketball, bro. The team will cook the team. Say the Knicks play the Spurs, right? They played the Spurs. They beat them game 1, game 2. Now you think in your head, all right, you know, Spurs, you know definitely the Spurs going to win. And it'd be a blowout. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a blowout. But towards like the end, like I think game 3, game 4 maybe. I mean game 4, game 5, it was like a close game, you know what I'm saying? It was cool, but it's just not the same no more, you know what I'm saying? Like, the league is not the same, bro. If Larry would have played in this league today, oh my gosh, bro. The way y'all see LeBron playing, wait till you. I ain't said wait, like Larry old as hell, but if he'd have played in today's game, he would have torched Bron. I will put all my money on that. Every game, every time they played against each other, LeBron gonna get his buckets for sure. Of course. He's 6'8", 2 something. Of course. But Larry Bird gonna talk that stuff. His confidence off the charts. He gonna give it to Bron all night long. I'm talking about all night long. Especially if he develop. Oh my gosh, bro. If he develop in today's game, he'd be shooting way more threes. He'd probably be shooting about 7 threes a game. You add more to his total what he was averaging back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of more spacing. You see De'Aaron Fox going out for lays, easy lays. He's smoking those. Bird, he went and embraced those. Them easy points for him. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. 13 seasons. 13 seasons, man. Look at his accolades. 13 seasons. That's all I gotta say. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all let me know, man, how y'all feel about all this, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. We on the road to 15K subs. This is the Takeover family, the community, the family, man. I love y'all. Let's keep going up. God is good. God is great. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.